Okay, here we are in Hong Kong, China, enjoying the sights of the city. This city really should be known as the skyscraper city. Every apartment building is 40 to 60 floors. Every inch of space has an apartment building. There's more people living here per capita than anywhere in the world. Every inch there's another building. If you like people, this is the city for you. There's people everywhere. Here's a Chinese junk, and as you'll see, the old versus the new. Here we are in front of millions of apartments. In China, they call cupcakes baby cakes. Most of the buses have shoulder belts but no seat belts, and most of the cars have shoulder belts and no seat belts. So if you stop short, you're going to slide under the shoulder belt. Anyway, here's another Chinese junk, overshadowed by the tall, all residential buildings in this part of town. The British, as you know, built Hong Kong, but then turned it over to the Communist Chinese in 1997 peacefully. So mainland China now owns Hong Kong. Again, millions of residential. This is a still picture of a yacht, very blurry, but as you see when I turn on the motion and I start backing out and zooming out, you'll see the size of some of these buildings. The tallest in the world. There's a 110-story building here already, and they're building another one, 111 stories. So some of the tallest buildings in the world are here in Hong Kong. Millions of people, and if you happen to like black hair, you're in the right spot. A lot of people think HSBC is an American company. It's not. It's Hong Kong Shanghai Bank Corp. It's a Chinese company, HSBC. Who knew? Okay, look at the size of those buildings as I zoomed out from that ship. Okay, here's a postcard of Hong Kong in 1959. As you can see, there's nothing built up. Now, if you had bought property in 1959, any piece of property, and you look at what happened today, 50 years later, you'd be a trillionaire. Okay, now this is some of the downtown sections of Hong Kong. Beautiful buildings, very modern. You think you're in the 22nd century. Everything's built very creatively. City's very clean. City's very safe. There's a lot of smog. What you're seeing there is smog with air pollution, so the air here is not all that good. Very rarely gets crystal clear, except on a postcard. Small, tall buildings where people live to the left. That's a bank corporation, big building. They're building. See the crane on top at the right. Okay, we go to lunch. As you can see, there are more tall buildings wherever you look. Uncle Lenny and I had a nice lunch. This is the kind of boat you take to lunch. Many tires on the side, so I guess it's like bumper cars. You don't need to be a good driver. Just hit someone. It won't really matter. Okay, here's the restaurant we ate in. It's a floating restaurant. It's right in the middle of the harbor. Delicious food, all Chinese. And for some reason, they do not give you napkins. So we actually had to eat Chinese food without napkins. It's practically impossible. Here are the boys right now on the ship, I should say the boat, heading for lunch. Look, when he carries the cane, and wherever he goes, he gets a lot of help. Here's the floating restaurant itself. Beautiful, very, very detailed, very pretty. And whenever Uncle Lenny needs help, he gets plenty of help. Take a look at this. 3 guys waiting for the right moment to put him on to the lunch barge. Okay, Uncle Lenny and I are king and queen of Hong Kong. We flipped by one, and for some reason he made me pick queen. Don't quite understand that. This is a cable car that takes you to the top of a different area of Hong Kong, pulled by cable. Was started in the 1800s but modernized. And these are some modern buildings in the downtown area. We have a guided tour wherever we go, so he can answer questions, speaks perfect English, and yet can negotiate all the Chinese situations. Here's a rickshaw guy. I don't think he could pick Uncle Lenny up and pull him up the hill. He'd probably die. Listen to the sounds and sights of outside eating in Hong Kong.